Hi there, Shemaine here from Natural Baby Shower. I am one of your nursery specialists. Today we are joined by Bethan, the founder of HotTea Mama. So welcome.
Thank you, it's lovely to be here.
So how did HotTea Mama start?
So I set up the company with my best friend Kate 3 years ago, but I've actually worked in tea ever since I left university. Wow. So I have a bit of a strange background that I'm the first person who's not Chinese to get a degree in tea science from the University of Agriculture and Forestry in Fujian. I kind of worked for big tea companies in the UK since I left university, but I was very much inspired to set up HotTea Mama because of my experience of pregnancy and motherhood and my knowledge of kind of the biochemistry of tea and how tea can support women through that stage of life.
Wow, and what kind of ingredients are in the teas?
So all our teas are whole leaf, and we do have some caffeinated blends, but the majority are fruits and herbs. And I've kind of selected them based on them being used for millennia to support women either with things like morning sickness or just a great alternative to a caffeinated drink, breastfeeding support and preparation for labour. Things like that.
Which one would be good for preparing for labour?
So it's our most popular blend is raspberry leaf. Yes. And I know you've got children, so most women when they are pregnant, towards the end of pregnancy will hear about raspberry leaf because it's often spoken about as a way to naturally induce labour if you go overdue. Now the truth is, that doesn't happen.
Right.
All the research that's been done shows that whilst it doesn't automatically kick off labour, it can help you have a shorter second stage of labour where you're pushing and fewer interventions in birth. And that's because it contains something called fragrine, which makes the uterine muscles contract slightly. Right. So it sort of strengthens them by making them do these tiny little contractions. You shouldn't have it until 32 weeks pregnant, your third trimester, because of that impact. But at that point, if you drink it every day, hopefully you can have a shorter labour, which from my experience is well worth trying.
Absolutely, I would say so.
Yeah.
Are there any teas we should be avoiding during pregnancy?
So yes, obviously a lot of people know that you should cut down your caffeine, number one, yes, when pregnant. Not avoid it entirely. I think it's really important to say that pregnancy is exhausting, and if you need some caffeine to help you through your day, there is no issue with that. NHS guidelines are that you shouldn't have more than 200 milligrams per day.
Right.
And a cup of tea, normal tea, would have around 40 milligrams. A cup of coffee will have around 120 milligrams. So you just want to be careful not to have more than one coffee a day, but do allow yourself caffeine.
So caffeine's fine, we're allowed caffeine.
If you need it.
Certain amounts.
Absolutely fine, yeah.
Perfect.
In comparison to that, something you should 100% avoid is licorice. So licorice is put into a huge number of fruit and herbal teas that you might not realise, but it makes teas lovely and sweet, but it has another impact where it raises your blood pressure. So if you're at risk of preeclampsia or you have high blood pressure, which many of us do through pregnancy, you shouldn't have any tea that's got licorice in it.
Right.
Just check on the back of any packs you've got. It will have the licorice listed as an ingredient, and it should also have a warning that says may lead to hypertension. No one knows what that means, but it means it will raise your blood pressure. So yeah, avoid licorice, be careful with your caffeine, but otherwise all other ingredients are pretty safe. The NHS again just says don't have more than 3 cups of any one herbal tea a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And with milk production, breastfeeding, is there anything that can stimulate and to help?
Yeah, so no tea is a kind of miracle drug for breastfeeding, which can be really hard, but there are certain herbal ingredients that have been used to support milk supply and production, and small-scale research is backing up that they do help the majority of women, which is great. So I'd really recommend fenugreek, fennel and anise, which are quite hard to get in your diet, but I've blended those into our Milks Up tea, which is designed to try and kind of support you. So yeah, those ingredients, fenugreek in particular, is shown to not only increase the milk supply, the amount you produce, but also the fat content of milk, which is amazing. And also just drinking those caffeine-free teas can also just hydrate you, which when you're breastfeeding the more hydrated you are, the better to produce milk as well. So yeah, that would be my top tip.
And now, so we've looked at some teas during pregnancy and breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Would you recommend any teas for maybe after birth? So it could maybe help with anxiety, just being a new parent, so maybe more relaxing. Are there teas that can help with that?
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, being a new parent is exhausting and can be very stressful. So yeah, I'd highly recommend, we've got a night owl blend, which is full of natural herbs that have anti-anxiety kind of benefits. So chamomile flowers and lavender, they're both really high in something called linalool, which is one of my favourite words. But linalool is shown in studies to really help reduce symptoms of general anxiety disorder, really help calming and also sleep. Right. So you often get lavender pillow sprays.
Yes, that's right.
That's based on the benefits of kind of breathing in the linalool, but studies show it's actually much better to drink it if you can. Right. You get more benefits than just smelling it. So yeah, we have lavender in the night owl blend, and valerian root, which is again shown to be more effective than a sedative in some sleep studies. So super helpful if you're up at 3 a.m, you're scrolling your phone and then you find it really hard to go back to sleep, even though your baby does. Yeah, a cup of night owl with all those ingredients can hopefully just help calm you, relax you, and help sleep.
Perfect, thank you very much.
No, it's a good tip.
So also during pregnancy, women can experience anemia.
Yeah.
Is there anything we can help take for that?
Yeah, so I think low iron levels can affect us all, but more in pregnancy than other times. And interestingly, black tea is something that you should really avoid around meal times, 1 to 2 hours before and after a meal, mainly affecting breakfast for most people. But black tea and rooibos tea both contain a chemical which stops your body absorbing the non-heme iron in food, so the iron that's in green leafy vegetables.
Right.
And if you drink it, your body's just not going to get the iron that it needs from it. So if you're suffering from low iron levels, definitely look at replacing your normal cup of black tea or rooibos tea with a herbal or fruit option, and also just get as much vitamin C as you can with your meals, because vitamin C helps absorb the iron. So yeah, that'd be my top tip. And outside of pregnancy, my dad suffers from very low iron levels and is an obsessive black tea drinker. And he stopped only drinking it kind of when he wasn't eating, and it had a really big impact. So I think it is a small change you can make that can hopefully help.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining us today. Bethan, before you leave, where can we find some more information on you?
So obviously we're stocked at Natural Baby Shower,
of course.
So you can get our full range on your website.
Yes.
And if you want to look for more information on our kind of blogs and deeper information about the teas, our website is HotTeaMama.com.
Wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you'd like any more information, just log on to our website, or again, you could book a virtual phone call install with us. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.